Hello, everyone. My name is Holly, and I will be the language trainer for this hour. And we are going to be talking about vocabulary words related to time. And this should be a really fun activity, just because these are words that you do need to know, um, and and they're a little bit they're fun. They're fun to learn. And so we'll systematically go through this worksheet, and then we will get to a talking point and discuss different words and phrases. so, so the topic today is on the topic of time. Looking forward to working with each and every one of you as you come in from around the world. So, again, my name is Holly, and I will be doing a uh, lesson today on vocabulary words related to time. So um, we will start out looking at vocabulary words that have to do with time. Then we will do some time adjectives. Then we will talk about some different phrases that have to do with prepositional phrases, which are can be kind of tricky sometimes. But then we will talk about the meanings of those. So we will do a practice on those, and all the time I will be asking you questions in order for you to practice. And then we will talk about idioms with time, and then we will end up with a talking point here. So that is the plan for today. So looking forward to working with whoever decides to come. To present myself a little bit, my name is Holly, of course, and I'm from Idaho in the United States. This is where I grew up. I have lived here for, I would say, 15 years of my life before I moved abroad. And I lived in other states as well. And so, hello, how are you? Is this Simone? Simone, how are you today? Can you hear me? Simone?
Yes, now I can. Hi,
Okay, hi,
can you
how
hear
are
me?
you? Yes, you've changed your picture. It's a really pretty
Oh,
picture.
yes, yes. I am
Is
very
it?
well, thank you. And you?
You're very good. Where's the picture from? Is it from this weekend during the party in Brazil?
No, not at all. It's from a place that I've been missing so much. It's called Jericoacoara. It's a
Mm-hmm.
village by the sea.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of close.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's like about 8 hours by car.
Oh, okay.
When it comes to Brazil, it's not very far,
Yeah,
But
yeah, that's the same as the States. It's driving 8, 10 hours. Okay, we'll do it, but not for commuting,
uh,
but the rest of the time.
it's a
So,
very beautiful place, and I love it.
uh-huh.
But
Yeah.
I need to go there, but I have no time.
Uh-huh. And do you have friends and family that are there, or just
No, not at
the,
all.
the just the place itself? Okay. Awesome.
Actually, it's not the place, just the place itself. It's because it's an international place, even
Uh-huh.
though it's too small, only 5 streets, and but it's a paradise. So there are people from everywhere. That's
Ah,
magical,
okay.
very
That,
interesting.
that's fun. You know, a small place, but people from all over the world. Yeah. That's
Yes.
yeah, wow. So you're up actually quite late for Brazil, aren't you?
Yes, but I'm still working, and
Uh-huh.
I get bored when I'm just working. I need to do another thing at the same time. I
Uh-huh.
hope you don't mind.
Not a problem. Not a problem. You're not the only one. Every once in a while, there's two people that will come in, and they're from the Middle East, and they do text chat only. So, but they'll say, "Hi, Holly. I'm working today, so I can only text." And so I'll be their voice, and they usually do the vocabulary or whatever.
But
Yeah,
I'll be focused on this
yeah,
class.
that's fine. That's totally fine. Yeah, we have a full house today, but not everybody's here, so maybe we'll see what
Everybody's
happens.
sleeping.
Yeah, possibly. Or uh, people sleep in or they go to bed earlier than they'd planned, or somebody
Yeah.
calls and says, let's go do this, and so, oh, I was going to take an English class. Okay, well, whatever. So what I like to say about that is life gets in the way.
Yeah, but I don't know what happens on Verbling, for example, if you have only one student. Can you have the class or not?
Oh yeah, absolutely. In fact, there's been a few times, it isn't very often, but every once in a while, um, like I think last week there was a technical problem and no one could enter. So
Oh,
I went ahead and what I did was I went through the worksheet anyway and recorded it. So even when you have zero students show up, you can still record the lesson anyway and go through it.
is,
And it depends on the
is
lesson,
it
though.
is it the same thing for you? I mean, so Verbling is going to pay you the same
Oh yeah.
thing?
Hmm.
Oh, oh, that's great.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, it's more fun the more people come, then because you get more, you know, uh, you get everybody's point of view, especially when they're cultural things and stuff like that. So, but anyway,
I am glad I have you only for me. Cool.
excuse me.
I am glad that I have you only for me
Yeah,
now.
yeah, isn't it fun? Yeah, we do have some, people watching, and of course the recording is being made. But every once in a while, people get a private class, at least for 20 minutes, and then somebody shows up or whatever. But yeah,
Cool.
so yeah, I'm glad to talk to you. And could you send me a message sometime with the name of that town? Because I'm kind of intrigued. If I ever go down there, I want to know that name. So, um,
That's very difficult, I think, to pronounce, even
yeah,
for me.
is it?
But people usually call only Jericoacoara.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Is in Ceará. Ceará is a state northeast of Brazil, very hot.
Okay. Jari. I'll have to Jericoacoara.
Quaquara.
Okay.
It's a
Yeah.
paradise for kite surfists.
Uh-huh. I'll have to look it up because that sounds very good. But I don't have any plans, at least in the next couple years, of leaving the U.S. anyway. But who knows?
Do
Um,
you know why I am learning English?
why?
Because I love going to Jericoacoara, and if you don't know English, you can't go there because you can't communicate with people.
Yeah, so it's really not so that you can go abroad, that you can go to a
Yeah.
town in your city and talk and meet people from all over the world. Awesome. I'm gonna Google it right now since usually when I have one person, I'm a little bit more relaxed and we get to the
Okay.
material if you don't mind. So
Okay, of course not.
yeah, let's Google this and so um,
I met
oh wait.
people from everywhere in Jericoacoara. I've got friends from everywhere. That's amazing.
That's beautiful. These are some
Yeah,
wow. Especially
foods like
if you like
foods.
you like beaches, especially. Wow, look at this.
Yes, but during the night is also special
Hmm.
because there is no electricity on the streets. The electricity comes only from the houses, from the restaurants, and you can
Uh-huh.
see all the stars in the sky. It's beautiful.
Wow. So it's up here. It's in the northern part of Brazil.
Yes, and the atmosphere is amazing. So people are happy and I don't know,
Uh-huh.
friendly. It's
Wow.
magic.
Yeah. Wow.
A small piece of paradise.
It looks like it. Okay, so if anybody's watching, oh, we have somebody new that has come. Hi, William. How are you?
Hi, Holly. Hi,
Hi,
Simone.
where are you from?
I'm fine.
Hi. Hello.
Uh,
Where are you
I'm from
from?
I'm from Venezuela, but actually I live right now in Costa Rica.
Okay, so you're from, but you're living. So are you know?
Sorry
Do you know
for
about
being late, but
do you know about the city?
can you come again,
Well,
please, Holly?
do you know about the city? City is Jericoacoara.
No.
Jericoacoara. If he was a kite surfist or something like that, he would know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ciara.
yeah. Anyway, we were talking about her favorite city and her reason for.
Okay.
Yeah, I've
Where
heard
I
good
took
things.
this picture.
Yeah, I've heard really good things though about Costa Rica as well. That it's a great place to go and learn Spanish. Is that true, William?
Yes, very beautiful and nice people and in a nice country
Mhm. Mhm.
for
Yeah.
vacation. Excellent for vacations.
Uh-huh. Okay. How about like for example, if an American family wants to learn Spanish, is Costa Rica a good place to go for learning?
Yes, and uh, it's easy to find people with the English language speaking.
Mhm.
It's
Okay.
normally very easy to find people that speak in another language,
Uh-huh. Okay.
and you can find good instructor for tourists
Mhm.
and beautiful places.
Awesome. That's great. All right. Well, so I'm more glad you're able to come, William, and appreciate your participation. So this is Simone from Brazil, and my name is Holly, and I'm from the U.S. And what country did you say you were from? Was it Mexico or Brazil, William?
Yes,
You're living in Costa Rica now, but where are you originally from?
where
Are you
I'm from
from
Venezuela.
Venezuela? Okay, because I did not get that country. Okay, Venezuela. Okay, awesome. So and that's further south, of course. Awesome.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So let's go ahead and go ahead and start on this lesson. What we're doing is we're going to do some vocabulary activities, and that will should be a springboard for free discussion um, on time. So what we're going to start out here with this activity is we're going to put the periods of time in order from the shortest to the longest. So Simone, can you choose on these words? We have a decade, a century, a millennium, a generation, a fortnight, a year, or a split second. Can you choose which one is the shortest time period?
A split second,
Split second, yes. And how long is a split second?
less than a second, like much
Exactly.
less.
Exactly.
Like I always say it's like a sorry about this. I just realized my microphone wasn't working. It was like this, as quick as a snap.
Okay, I
Snap
can
of a
hear you
finger.
better now.
Yeah. I just realized, oh wow, my microphone is not close to my mouth. But yeah,
Like,
it's a split second.
Yeah.
Okay, so William, oh, we have another person coming in. So
yeah.
people are coming in, but they're coming in a little bit at a time. So, hello, Rodrigo. How are you today? It's nice to see you again.
I
Hello.
had some problems when I tried to log in into the class.
Oh, did you? Okay, so that may have been the situation because Simone and I were wondering where everybody was. We thought maybe she was
Yeah.
going to have a private lesson. Oh, Rodrigo, you're just watching today?
Yeah.
Okay. He's just here. Okay, so not speaking. And Ming, welcome. How are you today? And happy Chinese New Year.
Oh, thank you.
So
Happy Chinese New Year.
yeah, is it today or was it yesterday?
It is today for me.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Yeah, I am not that culturally knowledgeable. Somebody actually put it on Facebook. So somebody said Happy Chinese New Year. So I thought to myself, if I see anyone from China, I will tell them. So,
Thanks. Thank you.
but yeah. So do you have a big family event today?
My parents are home and we have a big family dinner today.
That's
Yeah.
right. You're in Chicago though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So will you be doing anything special at all, or will it
No,
be
just a dinner.
okay? That's
That's
kind of
all.
like when I was abroad, celebrating Thanksgiving was kind of strange. So
Yeah.
anyway, we have a split second, which is the shortest. So William, can you tell me what is the next shortest time period in this?
Okay, the next one I think is a fortnight.
Yes. And how long is a fortnight?
It's a couple of weeks.
Yes, 2 weeks or 14 days.
Weeks.
So,
14. Okay.
yeah, 14 days. So basically 2 weeks. And fortnight is normally spoken in British English. A lot of Americans, if you're well read and you know a little bit about the world, you might know a fortnight. But if you're a child, you're not going to know that word. So Ming, can you choose the next time period?
A millennium.
Nope. A millennium is 1,000 years.
Oh, the shortest to the longest.
Shortest to the longest. So we've got a split second, a fortnight. So what is the next shortest?
A year.
A year. Perfect. 52 weeks or 365 days. Okay. And what is after that, Simone?
A decade.
A decade. And how long is a decade? Simone, how long is a decade?
10 years.
10 years. Perfect. All right. Okay. And the next one, William, what would you choose?
Okay, Holly, I think in this case should be a generation.
Yes, and a generation. And how long is a generation?
I think that I read some times ago that a generation may be between 35 and 40 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've read 25 and 40. So
Because it's a period of time that when people bird and last to becoming mature persons.
yeah, so it's actually the period of time between a person is born and when they have their first child. So it could be anywhere from 25 to 40 is what they say. So, and I thought it was 70 years, so I was very surprised. So, and hello, Jonathan, welcome. Hello, can you speak, Jonathan? You're muted now. Okay.
Well,
Hi, how are you? Where are you from, Jonathan?
I'm from Colombia.
Colombia, welcome. All right. So in Colombia, it is 10:20, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
10,
And
20.
10:20. Okay. All right. Thank you. So, Jonathan, what is between a century and a millennium? Which one is smaller or shorter?
Century, yeah.
A century.
It's
Okay.
short.
It is shorter. Okay. And Ming, of course, the last one, a millennium. Question for you, Ming. What were you doing on the millennium and when it changed from 1999 to 2000? Do you remember?
I don't I don't remember.
Okay. Simone, what were you doing on the Millennium New Year's? Do you remember that? Or were you quite small?
No, I wasn't, but I don't remember at all. But I remember that I was a little bit afraid
Uh-huh.
about the explosion, something like that.
Or Y2K, maybe?
Sorry?
The Y2K?
What is that?
That was the computer bug everybody was worried about.
Yeah, yeah, the bug, and I had to write about it for my newspaper.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. And William, do you remember where you were during the Millennium celebration?
I don't remember so good. I think I suppose that I was with my family celebrating.
Uh-huh. Okay. So, and then Jonathan, do you remember where you were during the Millennium celebration?
Well, I don't remember so far.
Okay. All right. And I was in Finland and I was with friends. I remember that, and there were fireworks. So,
Good.
but all right. Okay, let's answer the questions below using your own ideas. Um, Anyone, what event typically lasts a fortnight? Can you guys think of any events that last a fortnight?
Fortnight.
I don't know. Maybe a honeymoon. I don't know.
Okay, a honeymoon might last a fortnight, depending, of course, on the couple. Okay. Anything else?
The baseball World Series, for example.
Does a World Series last that long? Yeah, I don't even know about sports. I know a tennis tournament does.
Okay, maybe.
Oh, and then doesn't the Olympics last that long?
Some
And
Mondays.
is it Mondays?
Mondays last for
What do you agree that some Mondays last a fortnight?
yeah.
Is Simone? Ming?
Yes, I totally
Jonathan,
agree.
what do you think?
Yeah. Maybe more. Maybe a
Yeah.
decade.
Maybe a decade, yeah.
And the weekend lasts as a split the second.
Yeah, so a weekend is a split second, Mondays are a fortnight or a decade.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't know in your countries where the kids do this, but in English, kids from the time they're about 3 or 4 when they can start to talk, and until they understand the concept of time, a real common saying is, "It will take forever." So
Yeah.
it will take forever. So, okay, can you guys think of something that spanned a millennium?
What lasts through all the millennium?
Yeah. A span would be a span of time is something that lasts for a period of time. A span of time. So a span of time would be, and you could say something that spanned a millennium. So that lasted an entire 1,000 years.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Jonathan, do you have any idea? Ming?
No.
Okay. They gave me some suggested answers. So here's the suggested answer that they gave me. The Roman Empire. So you'd only know this if you're a history person. So, okay, what changes every generation? So, Jonathan, can you think of something that changes every generation?
I
Can
think
I
that
say?
Jonathan? Who? William? Somebody?
some cultures, maybe.
Maybe culture might? Okay. How about music?
Music.
Music taste.
Maybe some educational systems,
Educational.
technology, but I think technology changes a little bit faster.
Yeah. Educational system, fashion, taste in pretty much everything, music, all kinds of stuff. So, okay, all right, and what takes a split second? This is what I just did, a snap of the finger.
A good idea.
Yeah.
A good idea.
A good idea.
Can appear in a split second like that.
A bad decision.
My money in my wallet.
Money in the wallet.
A car accident.
True. A car accident. Okay.
Okay, the airbag, when the car in the accident is split the airbag.
The what?
The airbag.
The airbag, yes. Yeah. The airbag.
In the split of second.
Yeah, it will definitely go off that quickly. So, one thing I like about my car is if anything is on my car, on my passenger seat that is lower than a certain pound, the airbag automatically turns off. So, I think that's really cool. So, all right. Let's look at these time adjectives. We have brief, eternal, long-term, temporary, and timeless. Okay, so do you guys know what these words mean?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So let's go ahead and add these. Ming, could you read number 1?
Repairing your laptop again is just a temporary solution. You really need to buy a new one.
A temporary solution. Perfect. All right. Has that ever happened to you guys where you've had to repair your laptop and then you have to buy a new one because it isn't able to be fixed permanently?
Sometimes it happens with a car when sometimes I had twice a very bad car and I was trying to fix them, but it was just temporary because I really had to buy a new one.
Okay, excellent. All right, number 2, Simone, can you read that one?
Yes, the band's music is timeless. Almost every generation can enjoy it.
Okay, and there's a noise coming from somewhere.
Yes.
If you are not speaking, could you mute? Because I think that's the problem. So, and hello, Ahmed. How are you today?
Yeah, how are you? I'm fine.
Excellent. Welcome. So we're talking about time adjectives. And so the band's music is timeless. Almost every generation can enjoy it. Can you guys think of any bands, international bands that you would consider that has timeless music?
The Beatles.
Okay. Any others? Ming, can you think of any?
U2.
U2? Okay. Ahmed, can you think of anything?
I didn't catch the question.
Okay. Okay. Basically, can you think of any music that is timeless? Basically, every generation can enjoy the music.
Maybe Rob.
What? Just rock? Rock in general?
Yeah.
Or rap? So rock in general? Okay. And William, can you think of a band that is timeless?
Maybe Queen.
Queen, okay. And I was thinking ABBA is what I was thinking. Does everybody know ABBA?
Yes, I do.
I was thinking ABBA as well. I
Were
love
you thinking?
ABBA.
Yeah. Yeah, I was doing this exercise with a student yesterday, and she had no idea who it was. I was like, really?
No. Smiling,
So,
having fun, feeling like a number one.
yeah. Of course, I didn't know who ABBA was until the 90s because even though I was growing up in the 70s when it was popular, I didn't listen to that kind of music. My parents only listened to a certain type of music, and it definitely was not contemporary rock and contemporary music. So, anyway, number 3. William, can you read this one?
Many religions believe in eternal life after death.
Eternal life after death, exactly. Okay. And number 4, Ahmed, could you read that one?
Scientists are researching gap solution the problem of global warming. Scientists are researching long-term solution to the problem of global warming.
Okay. Long-term solutions to the problem of global warming. Perfect. I was really surprised when I came back to the States and learned, it was when I returned 5 years ago, that there are people that don't believe in global warming. Did you guys know that?
Maybe they are not
Yes, some people
aware
don't believe
about
in
it.
global warming yet.
Williams?
Some people in U.S.
Yeah.
don't believe in global warming yet.
Nope. They believe that it's a conspiracy by the government.
Okay, just wait and see.
I was very, very surprised. I was like, what?
Some people think that global warming really is a cyclic event in the world or
Yeah.
for the health.
Mhm. Yeah, the cyclical, and it won't really make a difference. Or some people believe it's a conspiracy, and there's no problem, and all kinds. It's funny. So, number 5, Ming, can you read that one?
For a brief moment, you could see dolphins in the distance.
Perfect. Let's now match the synonyms below to the adjectives above. So we have momentary, permanent, provincial, everlasting, and enduring. So, Ahmed, could you match one of these words?
Can I match
These words right
this?
here? These words right here with these words down here.
Uh-huh. Okay. Maybe permanent is long term.
Yes, permanent is long term. Perfect. Okay, Simone, can you match one?
Everlasting, timeless.
No.
Oh?
It's actually an eternal.
Oh, cool.
Eternal. Okay. And William, can you try for one?
Sorry, Holly, I was on mute.
Don't you hate that? And you forget, and you're like talking, and nobody hears you. It's like, why aren't you listening?
Momentary is a brief time, a short time.
Yeah, yeah, and we actually pronounce it momentary. Momentary.
Momentary is a short.
Momentary. Momentary. So it is momentary is a brief time. Okay, and then Ming, can you choose one?
Provisional. Temporary.
Provisional is temporary. Perfect. A lot of times the word provisional will be used, say for example, if you have a provisional government or a provisional board of directors. They're usually temporary. Maybe there's been a war. I believe, like for example, in Afghanistan, when all that happened 10 years ago or more, they called the Afghani government a provisional government until they had the election. So that's how that word is used. Okay, the last one, enduring, as Simone, can you choose that one? What is enduring?
Now it's timeless.
Timeless, yeah. And for some reason, I don't know why, I wanted to call you Sabina, which is a German name. So that was why I hesitated. But anyway, the difference between eternal and timeless and enduring. Can anybody articulate the difference between these two words? These two sets of words, because they're very similar.
Yes. The meanings are very, very close.
Yeah, they're very close. Can anyone articulate the differences?
Eternal, I think that eternal is forever.
Uh-huh.
Last forever, and timeless during all the a specific period of time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, how I see it.
Through the end.
Yeah, how I see it is eternal.
I think.
Yes, Simone?
I think timeless is one thing could be like I forgot the word. For example, the Beatles. The Beatles can be like fashion. I don't know, anytime, you know. So it's a thing that it's good anytime. So it's timeless. So it doesn't depend on the timing.
Yeah. Well, how I see it, how I explained it yesterday, was with eternal, you're actually looking to the future. You're looking, for example, these two words, eternal and everlasting. A lot of religions will use these words to talk about like after death. It will live for eternity or whatever. So these are kind of a lot of times used when we think about the future. When we think, okay, well, this will be an eternity. It will take us forever to like, for example, the joke in Finland is that the Finnish language is the heavenly language because it takes an eternity to learn. So, you know, but so that's kind of what you think of when you think of eternal or everlasting. It's something that's going to continue on from now until the future and never end. Where timeless and enduring, you think of something that has happened to the past and is still happening now. And that would be timeless and enduring, and it might continue on to the future. So they're both pretty much the same, but they're used slightly different, if that makes any sense. Did it make any sense?
Sure.
Okay.
The first one, eternal, is something related to future, but timeless related to past and until now.
And the future.
And the future, okay.
Yeah. So, and eternal and everlasting could be any time, but when you use the word, we're always thinking about the future. We're thinking about something that's going to happen all the time. We're timeless when we talk about it. Like Simone said, we talk about the Beatles, and the Beatles was something that happened in the past that is still very, very, very popular now. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So okay, let's go on. Now these time phrases, and they're kind of tricky. because if you change the preposition, they might change the meaning slightly. So we have after, we have at, by, for, in, and on. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to see if we can put the correct preposition in here, and then we will match it to the meaning of the prepositions, and then we will practice using these prepositional phrases having to do with time. So Ming, can you read the first one?
The doctor told me to rest at home for the time being.
Perfect, for the time being. Okay. Number 2, Ahmed, can you do that one?
He can get a bit annoying. Times he can get a bit annoying at time or by time, I don't know.
At times.
At time, yeah.
So he can get a bit annoying at times, exactly. Okay, and Simone.
By the time we were ready to leave, it had started to rain.
Perfect, okay. And William, can you do the next one? And you might be muted.
Okay.
Yeah.
They one.
Hello?
One at a time.
Okay. I only heard part of what you read. So, did you read this one at a time?
Yeah.
If you did, you were correct. So they entered the building one at a time. Okay. Number 5, Ming, can you do that one?
When we arrived, the match hadn't quite started yet. We got there just in time.
Just in time. Okay. All right. And number 6, Ahmed.
He makes the same mistakes time to time.
Time after time, yes.
Time after time, okay.
Time after time.
He will never learn.
Perfect. He will never learn because he keeps making the same mistakes. Perfect. Okay, and Simone, number 7.
Simone, you are mute?
Sometimes she has internet problems, so hopefully that's not why. So William, why don't you try that one?
Okay. He arrived just a few minutes after I called him. He got here in no time.
In no time, perfect. Got here in no time. Okay, so the last one, of course. Ming, can you read that one?
We're going to be late again. The bus is never on time.
Never on time, yes. So the bus is never on time. Okay, so question, before we go on to this next section, what is the difference between in time and on time? Can anybody articulate that? It might be difficult too. If not, I can.
When we say he came on time, that he came in special time, what we before identified.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so he came at the time agreed upon. Yes.
Agree?
The time that you decided. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
In time, during a period.
Okay. Yeah, that's during a specific period of time. Actually, both of them mean that you are not late. The difference is on time is exactly what you said. Is the person was came at if the appointment was at 10 o'clock, they came at 10 o'clock or even before 10 o'clock. The difference between in time and on time, if you are in time, you may have had trouble getting there, and you actually get there with time with a little extra time. So the appointment's at 10 o'clock, but you run into a traffic jam and you start to wonder, oh no, am I going to make it? And then this traffic starts to move, and so you do make it, but you make it just in time. So that's the difference between the two. On time, there's no problem meeting that deadline. In time, there's been a little bit of problem meeting that deadline, and that is why you change it to in time. And usually, most of the time, we also use this word just. Almost all the time, when you hear in time, you also have just in time. And so because of that, I don't know if you guys are familiar with this in production, you have something called just in time production. Is anybody familiar with this? And with a factory, they call it just-in-time production. So with a factory, they will actually produce the items that is only needed by the consumers at that time. They do not produce items beforehand. So that's called just-in-time production, and sometimes they'll call it JIT production. And it was a theory, probably about when did I learned it in graduate school, so 15 years ago or more, the 90s, JIT production. So,
JIT production, okay.
Just-in-time production. So if you work with factories or anything like that, that's something that that some factories actually use. So, okay, let's go ahead and talk about what each of these prepositional phrases mean. So, A, for the moment. Ming, can you guess which one this is, or maybe you know? What is the for the moment? What does that mean for?
Guess the definition.
Yeah, well, for the moment is the guess the definition. Can you guess the prepositional phrase? Guess or tell me the prepositional phrase that means for the moment.
Prepositional phrase.
Yeah, these phrases, these phrases right here are prepositional phrases.
Isn't for the phrase?
Okay, all right. For the time being, yes. So for the time being means for the moment. For the time being. Okay. Ahmed, what do you think single file would be?
Single file, just in single file.
Okay.
Single file means one file, in one file.
No, in single file, if you remember back to your school days and you had to stand in line, usually you had to stand in single file. So let's see if I can get an image to explain this. One moment. So these kids right here are walking in single file, or these penguins are in single file.
In the same line to join something.
In single file. So that is what in single file means. Any idea which one of these it would be? And if you don't know, you can always ask for help.
Maybe by the time.
By the time? No, by the time has to do with, it's more like when something happens. Yeah. So, in single file. Anybody have an idea what one this one would be?
One at a time.
Yeah, one at a time. So this activity is actually quite difficult, so don't worry about it, you guys. One at a time. At a time. So that is in single file. So this answer here is they entered the building one at a time, or they exited the building one at a time. Okay, Simone, can you read number? Can you tell me what is not late with a little time to spare before a specific deadline? And usually you
On
have
time.
trouble. No, it's the other one. Usually you have trouble.
Sorry, can you say again? They usually have trouble?
Yeah, you usually have trouble to meet that deadline, but you do make it.
Okay. In all time?
So in time, yes. In time. Okay, and William, what would be occasionally?
Occasionally.
Yeah.
At times?
At times, perfect. So if somebody does something occasionally, you can say at times. So he can get a bit annoying at times. Okay. Next one, punctual. Ming, which would be punctual, neither early nor late?
On time.
On time. Okay, so everybody got that one. Okay, so what one would be repeatedly? It happens all the time. It just keeps repeatedly happening.
After and after.
Time after time.
After time.
Yeah, so these are getting easier. So what is very quickly?
In no time.
In no time, yes. And then what is when?
By the time.
By the time, okay. Oops. Okay, all right, so let's see if we can practice these using this, and then we'll try to ask and answer questions as well. Okay. Bear with me a moment. I want to copy and paste these phrases again so you guys can see them. Okay, bear with me a moment. Okay, so Ming, can you read number 1? And here are the phrases.
I've told them time after time to stop sending me emails.
Okay.
But I still receive their adverts in my inbox.
All right. Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah, I think we all have.
Yeah, it's true. I kept telling a company that I was thinking about setting up an English course with to stop calling me. And they kept moving me from one account manager to another. And finally, I just deleted my account because they kept calling me. So, Ahmed, can you read number 2?
Yeah, I live very near you, so I can get to your place in no time.
In no time, yes, perfect. So, Ahmed, where can you get to in no time is near your place?
Sorry?
Is there something close to your place that you can get to in no time?
Maybe the neighbor, my neighbor.
Okay, excellent. So your neighbors, you can get to your neighbors in no time. All right, excellent. Simone, number 3, can you do that one?
There is only enough space to enter the building one at a time.
Yes, one at a time. All right, and William.
Jack is hardly ever. At the time.
No?
Jack is hardly.
Opposite, you could say Jack is always late.
Oh, holy, I don't have idea.
Okay, so Jack, does anyone have an idea for this one?
Yeah, on time.
On time. So Jack is hardly ever on time. So he is, so hardly ever. When you use the word hardly ever, it isn't positive. It's negative. So you can say Jack is never on time, which also means hardly ever. So,
okay, I got it.
So I think that's what got you. So on time,
okay.
He'll never get a promotion. Okay, question for you guys. If somebody is hardly ever on time or never on time, would they get promoted? Have you ever seen people who are always late get promoted?
Not at all.
No? Okay. So, William, have you seen anybody ever get promoted who's always late?
No, I never have seen that.
Okay.
What
right.
the meaning of promote?
Okay, that means when you move up to be promoted, or to promote, to be promoted, is to move up in an organization. So you go from a worker to a supervisor, to a manager, to a director, for example. So you're moving up. So if
for what? I move up
in your job. In your job.
To meet them.
No, say because most people, they want to eventually be a leader in their company one day. So they start as a worker and they move up. They get promoted every few years, right?
Yeah.
To make more money.
Yeah. So you guys, what is the opposite of to be promoted? Does anybody know what that is? So if you do a very bad job and it's not a good job fit, but the company keeps you, do you guys know what that is?
To be fired.
No, because to be fired, they just let you go.
Yeah.
But if they keep you, but they don't keep you in that job.
Dropped you from.
It's to be demoted. So promoted would be to move up. Demoted would be to move down. And sometimes, if a company is having financial difficulties, you have a choice to either be demoted or get laid off, right? So a lot of people might choose demotion.
Demoted means maybe they give you half of your salary or what?
Possibly. It depends on the job.
Yeah,
but it's usually less money as well. So yeah.
And promoted to give you the more money. Not you put you in a high place. That's not the meaning here.
Yeah, you get in a high place. More money, more responsibility, more power. Yeah.
Holly, I'm not sure if we in Spanish have a specific word for demoted.
Really? Okay.
Sometimes I think that we say the expression anything about that. Indirect Fired.
Oh, okay. So you're fired indirectly. Yeah.
Indirectly fired. Yeah.
Yeah. And like for example, in my last job, it was a really screwed up type of organization. I got a promotion, but then I got a cut in salary.
Okay.
So I got promoted with less money. So,
Who needs it?
yeah, there's a lot of reasons why I'm not there anymore. So, and then I got demoted back to the original job that I had. So, and that wasn't because of my performance. It was because the company they were laying off. So, sometimes a person will have a choice to be demoted or to be laid off. So I was going to be laid off, and they called on a Friday, and they called me the previous Monday and said, "If you stay, will you take this job?" And I said, "Okay." So, and then 3 months later, I said, "No, I think I will go teach English again." So, let's go on to number 5. Ming, can you do that one?
We arrived just in time for
In
dinner.
time. Perfect. So just in time for dinner. Okay. And Ahmed, could you do number 6?
Yeah, I think I will keep my old phone for the time being.
Yes.
I will think about buying a new one next month.
Perfect. Simone, can you do number 7?
Although it does rain time after time, I don't know. No.
I'll help you out. Starts with at.
Okay. At times.
At times.
It's like
So,
sometimes, yeah.
yeah, sometimes or occasionally. So the weather in my country is generally dry and sunny. And then number 8, this one is time after time. No, by the time we arrived at the party, Jane had already left. So, all right. Well, I want to thank you all for your participation in class today, and I hope to see you again. It was nice to meet you, William. I think this was my first class with you, maybe. I hope. So, and it was nice to see all the rest of you. Again, and happy Chinese New Year to you, Ming, and everyone. See you later.
Thank you, Howard.
Thank you.
Later.
Thank you, Howard.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye, guys.